Hello, it's Polish Pol VR, welcome back to the channel. We are here today to do some more PlayStation VR2 news. Sony is still supporting PSVR2 and today we've got real proof straight from Sony's latest press release. If you've been worried about PSVR2 future after latest state of play, then this story you might want to hear, because things are probably more solid than most people think. On top of that, one of the best PC content packs ever made has officially been fully console optimized for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and this is quite a big deal for all of us on PlayStation 5 and especially for anyone waiting for the PSVR2 update coming in 2026. And that's not all, we've got some other PSVR2 news and bits and bobs, so if you enjoy the updates and want to help keep this channel alive and growing, then hit a like and subscribe. It helps me stay relevant in this YouTube algorithm and it just helps a lot and I super appreciate it. Now let's go. New free update coming soon to PlayStation VR2 version of Smash Drums, and this brand new campaign mode is called God of Drums. In this mode lets you rise through the ranks from a fresh drummer all the way up to the legendary God of Drums by completing over 100 missions. Each mission gives you a choice between 2 base game songs or 1 DLC track, and progressing through them levels you up in a light RPG style system that goes from level 1 to level 20. Potamworks says the full campaign should take around 3 to 6 hours to complete, depending on your skill. The God of Drums update is available now on Quest in early access, with the final release coming to PSVR2 as well soon once it's ready. Now, next story and quick head-ups for anyone looking to jump onto PSVR2. In US they already got pre-Black Friday, early Black Friday sale, let's say, on Walmart, and the price drop is pretty cool for PSVR2. Right now you can grab PSVR2 and Horizon Call of the Mountain bundle for just $349. That's one of the lowest prices for the brand new, not refurbished, with the bundle headset itself, not just PSVR2 on its own, but with Horizon that I've seen for a while, and it includes that game as well, so that's pretty cool. So if you've been sitting on the fence or waiting for the right moment to pick one up, this is easily one of the best deals of the year now, and as we can see, this already confirms that PSVR2 will be part of Black Friday as well. Now, we've got development update from the developers of Flight Simulator, so let's just go over everything. So they saying this week brought a big wave of updates for Flight Simulator, both on the development side and in the marketplace, and it's all very nice. First of all, Sim Update 4 and PS5 Beta, new test build for Sim Update 4 and PS5 Beta rolled out last week. Players enrolled in the betas can now download them, but for PS5 nodes those remain locked only for people behind the beta program. So if you want this program, let us know in the comment section. Those builds continue to refining stability, performance and word system as the team pushes forward with their next major milestone for Flight Simulator, which is of course PS5 release and then PSVR2 support. Now let's speak about this one. The big marketplace headline this week is Jurassic World Archipelago from Orbix, now officially available on both PC and also Xbox. The PC version launched earlier in the year. It was fully VR ready already, but this new Xbox release marks the moment the experience becomes officially console ready, and this is important because if it is console ready on Xbox, it means compatibility is now on the table, and once Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 rolls out with full PSVR2 support as well next year, Archipelago should be natural to follow. And this isn't your typical Flight Simulator DLC. This one is one of the most unusual, ambitious and just fun world add-ons that I ever saw in Flight Simulator. You can explore Isla Nebular, Isla Sorna and the entire Mauritius archipelago. I never can say this word, but anyway. You can experience locations straight from the Jurassic World franchise. You can encounter 9 dinosaur species from Velociraptor to the iconic T-Rex, and it's all created in collaboration with Universal Products and Experiences. Marketplace on PS5 will be separate because I think you're not gonna need Microsoft account, so it won't tie in with your PC account or Xbox account. So sadly, for those of you who already played the game on PS5, you might have to buy it your stuff again, unless the developer do some sort of code or something what they're gonna give you, but that I don't know. But anyway, they're also gonna do the real life community events. So what they're introducing is this new initiative called BAR, Bravo Alpha Romeo, and it's basically official local meetups organized by the flight sim community. So that's gonna be interesting, because apart from flying in the game, you'll be able to actually, you know, chat to people you keep in touch in the game. Now, next story, this is pretty cool because Sony has released their official holiday gift guide, and basically they published it, and unlike the state of play where PSVR2 wasn't mentioned at all, this time the headset is here as one of the core ways to play on PlayStation, so it's good to see it still being recognized officially by Sony. In the PSVR2 section, Sony highlights two latest releases, Lumines Arise and Hotel Infinity. Now, I personally gave Lumines 6 out of 10, and while some people disagree with that score, I totally get it. It is a, you know, recognizable franchise, polished, and it's a very safe game to showcase PSVR2 with absolutely zero motion sickness concerns. But to highlight Hotel Infinity, a game that I just gave 3 out of 10, and you know, that was me being generous, it's just not a good example maybe of what PSVR2 can do. I would go with Off Lies and Rain, Audio Trip or V-Racer if I was going to choose from latest releases. They all more solid and they just show the headset in a much better way. But anyway, outside of VR, the guide focuses heavily on PS5 ecosystem, from the standard console celebrating 5 years to the PS5 Pro with over 500 enhanced titles and new bundles like the Fortnite Flowering Chaos Bundle launching on November 21st. They also showcase the usual range of accessories like PlayStation Portal, which I actually bought not long ago and I absolutely love it, Pulse Elite, Pulse Explore, and the new Chroma controller and console cover collection. But the key takeaway for all of us here is simple: PSVR2 is still officially part of PlayStation Holiday Push and Black Friday as well, which is good. So I'm assuming, despite some people fearing it, Sony is not shelving it anytime soon. And now, just to add to that story, if you worried about the lack of first-party support for PSVR2, it is worth remembering that PlayStation 5 in general hasn't exactly been showered with the true next-gen exclusives as well. If you only count games that are PS5 only, taking full advantage of PS5 hardware, no PS4 version at all, no cross-gen games, the first party list is actually pretty short, so you've got things like Demon's Souls, Astro's Playroom, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Spider-Man 2, Astrobot, Death Stranding 2 just lately released, and Ghost of Yotei lately released. Compared to previous generations, that's not a huge list, and a lot of Sony's biggest games this gen have still been cross-gen on PS4 and PS5, so they've still been slightly held back by last generation, and people who wanted next-gen games on PS5 still have to wait quite a bit. You know, so on top of that, Sony went all in on these live service games that blew up right in their face. Studios like Naughty Dog spent years on The Last of Us Online before it was cancelled, so it wouldn't drag down their future single-player projects. There were also multiple live service games scrapped behind the scenes, including a God of War online project from Bluepoint and another title at Bend Studio, along with other cancelled online ideas like a Spider-Man live service game and more. And of course, our beloved London studio, the team behind Blood and Truth, had its big fantasy co-op live service game cancelled as well, and then of course the whole studio sadly got shut down. So yeah, PSVR2 first party support has been weak, but the wider PS5 strategy hasn't been great either. Too many cross-gen games, too much time sunk into the live service experiments that never made it to release. The hopeful bit is this: now that all those live service plan has been cut, and now that Sony is being humbled a bit, we should start seeing more proper, focused, first-party PlayStation 5 games. And if that shift really happens, there's always a chance of those future projects will be true PS5 exclusives and maybe even some PSVR2 ones as well. And just to add to that Sony's own holiday press release, which is linked in the description by the way, it actually gives us a glimpse of what's coming next. They straight up say that 2026 is going to pick up momentum again, with big titles already on the horizon like Marvel Tokon, Fighting Souls, Marathon, Seiros and Marvel's Wolverine. And many others still unannounced. That's their own word, so there is more projects that we don't know about. So, despite the rocky generation, the cross-gen period, the cancelled last live service project, the wasted years of studios like Naughty Dog, Bend and even the closure of London studio, it really does look like Sony has finally found their footing again. They've pulled back on the live service overload, they doubling down on strong single-player experiences, while still experimenting with online titles where it makes sense, instead of making every studio chase this multiplayer trend. And with PSVR2 still being listed in their official materials like that gift guide, and it's still being sold and it's still receiving updates and it is still positioned as part of the PlayStation ecosystem, there's a good chance the headset is here to stay for a while. They already said many times that they future-proofed it for that reason. If Sony really is stabilizing and rebuilding their first-party output, which it looks like they are, then who knows, we might finally start seeing some proper PlayStation 5 exclusives and maybe even something PSVR2 related from Sony themselves down the line. So that's it for today, thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing, then please press a like because it does help the channel a lot, and if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us, and that's it, bye 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 bye.